So yesterday I was telling that there are four types of forces found in nature. There are four types of forces, means any force can be classified in any one in these four forces. In these four forces. So if found in nature. Now what are these forces? So first force is the gravitational force. So this already I have told that it is a force acting in between two material bodies. This force is always attractive. It is a long range force and this is given by this formula. This is given by this formula. You can evaluate this. So this is the value of G. Though this force is the weakest force in nature. It is weakest force in nature. It's clear. This gravitational force is also weakest force. It is weakest force in nature. Means among all the four forces, this one is the weakest force. After that, I have told weak natural forces. Weak natural forces are stronger than this, but their domain of action is very small within the nucleus. What are the weak nuclear forces? Force of attraction acting between elementary particles. Acting elementary particles of short lifetime, which are developed in some nuclear reactions. Now see here, as you know that inside the nucleus there are only protons and neutrons, but there are some chargeless and massless particles also. Besides this, there are some chargeless and massless particles are also present, which are having energy. So there, and these particles are having very small, some of these particles are having a very short lifetime. So weak forces operates in between these elementary particles. For example, leptons and leptons. Lepton is a elementary particle. You can see here. Weak natural forces, force of attraction acting between elementary particles of short lifetime, which are developed in some nuclear reactions. When two nucleus interacts, then it will develop. Now see here, for example, you can write the force between leptons and leptons. Here, weak force. Force between lepton is a elementary particle. So what is lepton? We will not go in that detail. Leptons and leptons are leptons and mesons. It's clear. Now this is a short range force. Its domain of action is nuclear distance, and nuclear distances are 10 to the power minus 14 meter. As you know that, what is the size of atom? Size of atom is 10 to the power minus 10 meter, and size of nucleus, it is 10 to the power minus 14 meter. Means nucleus is 10,000 times smaller than the atom. Nucleus is 10,000 times smaller than the atom. It's clear, this you know. And nucleus is consisting most mass of an atom. We know that the nucleus is containing most amount of mass of an atom and its size is very, very small. size is very small. That's why it is very much dense. It is not easy to penetrate it. This is not easy to penetrate the nucleus because of its high density. It's clear. So see here, what is the domain of action of weak forces? It is a short range force. Short range force. This is clear. Now see here, electromagnetic forces. What are electromagnetic forces? Electromagnetic forces. Now there are two types of forces there. One is the electric force and other is the magnetic force. It's clear. Electric force, it is the force between two charges. Force between two charges. They may be static or they may be moving. Charges may be two charges which may be static.
So your video is not available.
Yes, what happened?
Sir, your video is not available.
क्या आवाज नहीं सुनाई, बोलो।
सर वीडियो नहीं दिख रहा है सर, सिर्फ ऑडियो आ रही है।
केवल ऑडियो आ रहा, वीडियो नहीं आ रहा।
ये
करते
सर
कौन बोल रहा है? ये हो सकता है ना आ रहा।
सर ध्रुविका।
पूरा
सर आ गया।
Yes. Now electric force is what? Force between two charges which may be static or moving. It's clear. As you know that what is the force between static charges, that is given by the Coulomb's law. By Coulomb's law, we get the force between two static charges. Now there may be the force between the moving charges also, and moving charges produce the magnetic field. So there may be, here it is only force between moving charges. Means in between moving charges, electric force as well as magnetic. It's clear. But if the charges are static, then there will be only the electric force. There will be no magnetic force. Because the magnetic field is produced because of the moving charges. Magnetic field is produced because of the moving charges. Therefore, this force will develop only when the charges are in motion. It's clear? But electric force will exist in between the moving charges as well as if the charges are at rest. As we know that the Coulombian force, which is also known as the electrostatic force, is an electric force. Coulombian force which we also call it the electrostatic force. Electrostatic force means static means rest. Electro means pertaining to charge, means the force between charges which are at rest. Force between the charges which are at rest. This is an electric force. It's clear. This you will study in the class 12. So electromagnetic force is the combination of electric force and magnetic force. It is what type of force? It is a long range force. Its domain of action is like the domain of action of gravitational force. It is a long range force. Electromagnetic force is a long range force. Now see here, its domain of action is like the gravitational force, but it is stronger than gravitational force. This force is stronger than gravitational force. Electromagnetic force is stronger than gravitational force. It is clear? Then there is one more force, strong nuclear force. Strong nuclear force. Now, can you tell me what is the source of stability of the nucleus? What is the source of stability of the nucleus? As you know that, what is the size of the nucleus? 10 to the power minus 14 meter or smaller than this. In most of the cases, except heavy nuclei. Heavy nuclei like uranium, thorium, it's clear whose atomic number is more than 82. So, the most of the atoms are having nucleus of this size. Now, nucleus is containing neutrons and protons. Proton is a positively charged particle and neutron is a neutral particle. Except hydrogen atom, all the nuclei are having proton and neutron. Hydrogen is containing only protons, no neutron. It's clear? Now there will be how many type of forces? So one will be the gravitational force. Gravitational force. Between due to the masses of neutron and neutron, there will be gravitational force between neutron and neutron due to their masses. Then in between neutron and proton due to their masses, and in between proton and proton due to their masses. All these forces will be attractive because the gravitational force is always attractive. It is clear? Now there is one electrostatic force, electric force, which is in between proton and proton due to their charge. Proton and proton due to their charge. And this will be what type of force? Attractive or repulsive? Who will tell? Sanika. This force will be attractive or repulsive? Faraj Noor Sajjad. This force will be attractive or repulsive? So it will be repulsive. As you know that like charges repel. Now already I have told that this force is stronger and this force is weaker. So what will be the net force? Net force will be attractive or repulsive? So see here, repulsive force is stronger, attractive force is weaker, so net force will be repulsive. But even after that, all the nucleons remain together. Why it is so? All the nucleons remain together. Nucleus remain stable. Nucleus remain stable. So what is the source of stability of these? Nucleus की stability का source क्या है? Who can tell? So see here, what is the source of stability of the nucleus? It is the nuclear forces acting between nucleons. Between nucleons. what do you mean by nucleons? Nu. What do you mean by nucleons? Protons and neutrons have been given a name, together have been given a name nucleons. It is clear? So acting between nucleons, which is highly attractive, which is highly attractive, but its domain of action is only within this distance, only within this distance. मतलब जब प्रोटॉन प्रोटॉन के बीच की डिस्टेंस या न्यूट्रॉन न्यूट्रॉन के बीच की डिस्टेंस या प्रोटॉन न्यूट्रॉन के बीच की डिस्टेंस इस डिस्टेंस से कम होगी तभी ये ऑपरेट करेगा, तभी ये ऑपरेट करेगा. As soon as distance becomes more than this, this force will not act. This force will become very, very weak. It's clear? So its domain of its range is, it is a short range force. It is a short range force. Domain of action is these distances. It is clear? So because of these nuclear forces, nucleons remain together. Nucleus is stable. Nucleus क्यों stable है? Nucleons एक साथ क्यों रहते हैं? Because there exists a very strong nuclear forces in between them, which is highly attractive, and it is a short range force. And because of this reason, because of short range force, bigger nuclei like the nuclei of uranium. Uranium is containing how many protons and neutrons? 238. यूरेनियम के अंदर कितने न्यूक्लियॉन्स हैं? 238. Therefore, its size becomes more than 10 to the power minus 14 मीटर. मतलब कितना हो जाता है? 10 to the power minus 13 मीटर होता है, या 10 की पावर minus 12 मीटर हो जाता है. यूरेनियम के न्यूक्लियस का साइज क्या है? नॉर्मल एटम के न्यूक्लियस की साइज से बिगर है. आया समझे? उनके न्यूक्लियस का साइज क्या है? 10 to the power minus 12 मीटर है. Therefore, what will happen? Nuclear forces will stop acting, and when nuclear forces will stop acting, overall force will become repulsive, and overall force will become repulsive. So what will happen? This nucleus will become unstable. ये न्यूक्लियस एक अनस्टेबल होगा, और अगर एक लो एनर्जी का भी पार्टिकल इससे कोलाइड हो जाए, then what will happen? It will break into two parts. It will break into two parts. It is clear? This point is clear? Now see here, what is the relative strength? So you see here, I am arranging the forces according to their magnitude. According to their magnitude. One is gravitational force. Then weak force. Then electromagnetic force. And after that, nuclear force. Out of these four, this is a long range force. Long range force. This is also a long range force. But if you see weak force, it is a short range force. This is also short range. It's clear? Then if you compare their relative strength, then you will find that if you take this as 1, then it is 10 to the power 25. It is 10 to the power 36. And it is 10 to the power 38. 10 to the power 38. It is clear? Means weak force is 10 to the power 25 times stronger than gravitational force. Electromagnetic force is 10 to the power 11 times stronger than weak force. And nuclear force, it is 10 to the power 2, means 100 times stronger than electromagnetic force. So these are the classification of forces which are found in nature, and any force will come under any one of these. कोई भी फोर्स होगा जो वो इनमें से किसी एक के अंडर में आएगा. This point is clear. Now see here. After that, we can classify the force in one more way. About this, I told yesterday that one is the constant force. Constant force means, what is the meaning of constant force? Very simple, whose magnitude remain constant. Whose magnitude remain constant. It's clear? For example, up to certain kilometers from the Earth's surface, gravitational force can be assumed constant. Gravitational force we can assume constant. For example, if there is a body of mass m and this is the Earth, here this is the Earth, its radius is re, and mass is me, and there is a body of mass m on its surface, what will be the gravitational force acting upon it? Who will tell? Gravitational force acting on this mass small m, which is situated on the Earth's surface. कौन बताएगा? प्रतिष्ठा गुप्ता. Now see here, so you know that gravitational force, Chaturvedi, what will be? It is the force of gravity here. Force of gravity. And what is the example of force of, what is the formula of force of gravity?
Sir, G m1 m2 upon r square.
That is, and what is another formula? एक और फार्मूला है, m into g. M into g. Have you studied this in class 9?
Yes, sir.
If there is any body of mass m situated on the Earth's surface where acceleration due to gravity is g, then what will be the gravitational force? It will be the force of gravity m into g. Now, whether you hold the body here or up to some kilometer from the Earth's surface, suppose at 2 kilometers above to the Earth's surface, in both cases there will be same gravitational force. In both the places there will be same gravitational force. It's clear? But if you go very high, then what will happen? It will change. It's clear? If you go very high, suppose if you go 100 kilometers above to the Earth's surface, in that case it will be changed. But up to few kilometers from the Earth's surface, it will remain same. Therefore, it is a gravitational force can be assumed constant force up to few kilometers from the Earth's surface. As you know that, as we know that as we go above to the Earth's surface, what happened to the value of G? G की वैल्यू पर क्या इफेक्ट आता है? When we go above to the Earth's surface, it decreases. It decreases. It's clear? So constant force whose magnitude remains constant with time. Now there are dependent forces. Dependent forces. What do you mean by dependent forces? The force which depends upon something, the force which depends upon some physical quantity, that is called the dependent force. Force which depends on some physical quantity, which depend on some physical quantity. It's clear. That is called the dependent forces. For example, position dependent forces. Position dependent. I have given one example. This F equals to G M1 M2 upon R square. Already I have told yesterday that if there are two material particles M1 and M2 situated at a distance R, what will be the gravitational force acting in between them? It is given by G M1 M2 upon R square. If we change the value of R, what will happen? Force will also change. Force will also change. This thing is clear? This thing is clear or not? Then time dependent force. Time dependent force. It's clear. For example, its best example is impulsive force. Impulsive force. Now see here, what is time dependent force? When you hit a cricket ball by the bat, when you hit the cricket ball by the bat, this is the bat. It's clear. So suppose cricket, there is a contact, this force will exert only when there is the contact between the bat and ball. Suppose this remains in contact of it for 10 seconds. When bat is exerting force on the ball, there is a contact between both for 10 seconds. But you will find that this force is maximum only in the beginning. Only for 2-3 seconds it is maximum. After that, what will happen? There is just contact, there is no force. There is no force. आया समझे? जैसे क्या है? Suppose this is a nail and you strike a hammer with it. You strike a hammer with it. So as soon as hammer comes in contact of the nail, the magnitude of force is more. And after that, what happens? It gradually decreases and becomes zero. There will be just contact in between them. There will be no force. So it is a time dependent force, whose magnitude is varying with time. It is clear? It is clear or not? Now see here, there is a velocity dependent force. Velocity dependent force. So there is one chapter, viscosity. In that you will study that there is a formula of viscous force, which depends on the velocity of the spherical body, 6 pi eta r into v. Here force is directly proportional to velocity. More the velocity, more will be the force. Similarly, there is a magnetic force. Magnetic force. This you will study in class 12. This you will study in class 11. Magnetic force acting on moving charge. Magnetic force acting on a moving charge in a magnetic field. In a magnetic field. This is given by F equals to QVB sine theta. What is Q? Charge on the particle. V, velocity with which it is moving. B, magnetic field. Theta is what? Theta is angle between direction of V and B. Direction of V and B. That is the theta. Is clear? So there is one classification like this. Then about contact and non-contact forces, already I explained. Yesterday I told that what are the contact forces and what are the non-contact forces. Now see here, today I will ask some general questions. What is the dimensional formula of force? Who will tell? Dimensional formula of force. Anand. Anand. Aanchal Patel.
MLT minus
Sir,
power
ML
It's MLT to the power minus 2.
MLT minus 2. MLT minus 2. This is the dimensional formula of force. Anuradha, what is the SI unit of force?
The Newton.
Newton. It's clear? Which is represented by symbol capital N. But when you are writing the complete name of unit, then it will be written this way. What is the CGS unit? Who will tell? CGS unit is dyne. All these things you have already studied. What is the relation between Newton and dyne? Anushka. Newton and dyne.
Sir, 1 Newton is equals to 10 to the power of 7 dynes.
10 to the power 5.
5 dynes.
1 Newton equals to 10 to the power 5 dyne. It is clear? 1 Newton equals to 10 to the power 5 dyne. It is clear? These are the absolute units. We call these units Newton and dyne. These are the absolute units. Now there are some gravitational units. Gravitational units of force. न्यूटन्स लॉज ऑफ मोशन पढ़ने के पहले ही हम ये इसको कर रहे हैं, इसलिए कर रहे हैं क्योंकि तुम लोगों ने 9th में पढ़ा हुआ है, 10th में पढ़ा हुआ है. सो ग्रेविटेशनल यूनिट्स ऑफ फोर्स आर ग्राम फोर्स एंड किलोग्राम फोर्स. This is gram force and this is the kilogram. Now see here, 1 gram force equals to G dyne. What is the value of G in CGS system? In CGS system, what is the value of G? It is 980 centimeter per second square. 1 kilogram force, it is equal to G Newton. G Newton. What is G? Already I have told today. G is what? Deepshikha, what is G? G क्या है? नहीं बता पा रहा. Acceleration due to gravity. आवाज नहीं आ रही क्या दीपशिखा? अगर नहीं आ रही तो डिस्कनेक्ट हो. दीपशिखा, it is G value is 9.8 meter per second square. It is 9.8 meter per second square. Okay. Now see here, this we say as the absolute unit and this we say as the gravitational unit. What is the difference between this? 5 Newton force will be remain everywhere 5 Newton. 5 Newton force will remain everywhere 5 Newton. But the 5 kgf force, its magnitude will not remain same everywhere. And why? Because it depends upon G. Suppose in library the value of G is 9.8 meter per second square. So 5 kgf will be 5 into 9.8, that is equals to 49 Newton. But in Lucknow, suppose the value of G is 9.7 meter per second square. G की value place to place differ करती है. So what will be the 5 kgf force in the Lucknow it is equal to 5 into 9.7, that is 5 7 ja 35 3 48.5 Newton. It's clear? Yes. That's why gravitational unit, its value do not remain same everywhere, because it depends upon the value of G, which varies place to place. While the Newton and dyne, these are the absolute units. And why? Because their value remains fixed everywhere. It do not depend upon the place. This point is clear. Now, force is what type of quantity? Scalar or vector?
Vector.
Force is what type of quantity? It is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Now see here. Gauri Mishra बताएंगी. Gauri Mishra. Suppose this is a particle. One force is acting on this particle in this direction, and another force is acting perpendicular to it in this direction. What will be